The impartialist component relates to a particular factor of utilitarianism that I want to highlight. Utilitarians historically have been revolutionaries. In other words, they have been social reformers. And if you think about it, the fact that they are impartialists will make sense of why they are always pushing for social reform. So, for instance, um, utilitarians were some of the first philosophers to argue that racism was wrong or that sexism was wrong. And now, in contemporary times, utilitarians are arguing that eating meat is wrong and that, keeping your money for yourself is wrong instead of donating it to others. So, this is perhaps an aspect of utilitarianism that deserves some praise. The fact that, because they're willing to consider all beings' interests equally, they tend to be at the forefront of these social and moral revolutions. They tend to see equality when other people are blind to it. Another feature of this impartialist component is the fact that it requires you to not give special consideration to people you care about more. So, for instance, the utilitarian would argue that just as you shouldn't care about your own interests more than another person, you shouldn't care about your mother's interests more than another person, because fundamentally your mother's interests are the same. They are equal as or equal to the interests of that other person. So why should your mother get special treatment just because she's your mother? That wouldn't be morally right according to the utilitarian. So if you go back to the trolley problem for a moment and you imagine that there's 5 people on one side of the track and there's one person on the other side of the track, and that one person is your mother, the utilitarian would still argue that you should pull the switch diverting the trolley toward your mother. Yes, you would kill your own mom. However, you would save the lives of 5 other sentient beings, and you have to consider their interests impartially. So that's another interesting feature of utilitarianism that I think that we should recognize.